Hi, this is Katie. Welcome to a Friday Q&A video. Usually I do Q&As. Wow, I'm sticky. Why? Hi, this is Katie. I haven't recorded in a few weeks, so bear with me while I'm trying to remember how to be a human in front of a camera. It might take a minute. So today I'm going to do a Q&A. I don't know the last time I did a Q&A on a Friday. I usually do them on Tuesdays, but this is a Friday Q&A, so deal with it. Get over it. Love it. Hug me? I don't know. So yeah, let's just get right into the questions. I'm pointing this way because my computer's over there with the questions on it. The first question is from Jora. Is that how you say your name? Jora? But this person asked, how did you become a freelance writer / editor? So this story could be long, but I'm gonna make it not that long. So my mom is a teacher, right? You guys might know that, maybe. My mom's a teacher, but she also loves to have another job on the side. She's very, very, very into working. So one of the jobs that she had about, I don't even know, 8, 9 years ago, 10, a long time ago, was she got into affiliate marketing, which is essentially selling other people's stuff online. And she talked about marketing all the time. I thought it was so boring because I was a senior in college. So this was almost, 8 years ago. And I thought it was super boring, but she's like, hey, I want to go to the seminar and it's in Vegas. Will you go with me? And I was like, no. But then I went anyway because it was Vegas and it's my mommy and I love her. So I went to this seminar, and these seminars are part learning, there are speakers who teach you things, but then it's also a lot of networking. And so a lot of people would come up to you and be like, oh, hi, what do you do? And so when they came up to me, I was like, nothing. I don't do anything. I'm not in this industry. I'm just here for my mom. But I liked to write. And I like to edit and proofread things. I was always good at that. So when people asked, I just kind of said I'm in college, but I like to write. Because I didn't care. I wasn't trying to network myself. So we met a bunch of people, and one guy named Terry, who lived in Canada, he, after a day or two of the seminar, he was like, do you want to transcribe for me? And my response literally was, what does that mean? I didn't even know what it meant. And he's basically you just type things out. And I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. You just listen to audios or watch videos and you type what they're saying. So it makes a transcript. And I was like, yeah, I could type really fast, so that's amazing. So I did that. And he had work for me that lasted me 6 months after I graduated college, and it was amazing. And then I was like, oh, this industry is awesome. I get to work from home in my pajamas and make probably just as much as I would make working at a regular job. And I loved it. I thought that it was the coolest thing ever. So then I just kept going to more seminars. I kept getting more transcribing work. And then just through networking, I met this guy named Mike, and he gave me a lot of transcribing work. And then he ended up wanting me to rewrite his book. But this was even he didn't even know that I was a writer. He knew I was an editor and a transcriber. But he was like, do you want to write this book? And I was like, yeah. So that one writing job kind of let me put that on my resume, which led to more writing jobs, because a lot of people who want a writer or an editor or a transcriber or a proofreader, they don't care if you went to school for it, which I didn't. I have my degree in social science, nothing about writing or anything. But once I had that experience writing that book, I was able to put that on my resume and then get more writing jobs, more proofreading jobs, more editing jobs. And then I just found a bunch of them on Craigslist, a few of them on Fiverr. And 1 or 2 through my website. Well, I guess that was more transcribing, but either way, it just kind of snowballed. A lot of it though was through networking. And I've talked about how to work online in a previous video, but there are good sites like Craigslist. It really does have some good jobs, but then there's also one called, what is it called now? I forget. Elance changed its name and I completely forget what it's called now. What the heck is it called? I'm gonna write it right here because I just completely forget right now. I'm even signed up for it and I just forget what it's called. I'll put it here, and then you can just get jobs. But it's just really, really good to have one under your belt. And even an easier way to do that is write a blog. Have a blog, so then at least you have something published online that you can send people. You know what I mean? I have a blog, katiewashere.com. I said I was gonna write it and then I stopped. But if somebody wants a writing sample, I have that on my own blog, and I didn't need anybody else to hire me to have that writing sample. You know what I mean? So that was the longest story in the entire world. Wow, that was such a long story. But anyway, didn't I say I didn't want to make it a long story? Katie, you like to talk too much. You can't have short stories. But the short story of it is I went to a marketing seminar and I met some guy who offered me a job, and then it just kind of snowballed. So go network. Go to seminars if you can, go to meetups, go to anything, little groups, even Facebook groups, and then go on Craigslist to just try to find little writing gigs or writing jobs. And what the heck is that other site called? again, putting it here. But yeah, so that's how I got into it. But it was like very accidental. But I'm so happy that it happened, because I'm still in the internet marketing niche now. It's been on and off for the past 8 years, but I'm in it again now, and I love it. Like, it's cool, and I get to work wherever I am, so I can travel and I can work like late at night if I don't feel well during the day or something like that. So it's great. So now, 20 minutes later, let's go to the next question. The next question is from Elizabeth, and this question is in response to the video that I posted about, I think it was like stuff not to have in your car on a road trip. And one of the things I said was to not bring a lot of books, mostly just because they take up a lot of space and they're really heavy. Obviously, if you want to bring a book or two, do whatever the heck you want. But I recommended bringing a Kindle just because it's so much smaller and easier and compacter and whatever. But she was saying that she likes reading books better than a Kindle, which I completely understand. I totally understand. But then she also asked, by the way, what do you read? I have two very specific genres. Well, three, I guess. I like to read Christian books, like Christian living books, kind of like maybe explaining different aspects of how to be a Christian by the author's perspective or opinion, and like devotionals and things like that, and my Bible, obviously. The next genre is like self-helpy, but like businessy self-helpy books. Does that make sense? My favorite, which I just got for a friend for her birthday the other day, is called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. It's not The Art of War, it's The War of Art. It's essentially a book about how we don't do things because of resistance, like we stop ourselves from doing things, and kind of how to get past it. It's an amazing book. And then the last genre is young adult fiction. Like, I love John Green books. I love like Looking for Alaska and Paper Towns. I love those books. I'm rereading Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. I love that book too, because I'm just not into like adult fiction. I don't like really like descriptive, like hard to read books. I just don't. I just really don't. But I like fiction, so I read young adult fiction because it's just easier, and it's more like you're like, I don't know. Like, you don't have to like try to read it. You know what I mean? It's more fun for me than trying to read a fiction, like adult fiction book, because those just confuse me half the time, honestly. The next question is from The next question is from Spoiled Fruitcake, and he asked me basically where I've been. I know I have not been posting videos very regularly the past month, and I'm sorry about that. I just honestly have not been in the best mood. I just haven't. I have not been feeling good, like physically or mentally. And when I get like that, I don't want to put out content because I don't want to come across like negative or sad or anything like that. I just don't want to. I don't want that to be my channel. So I just haven't been posting, and I'm sorry about that. It's just what happened. But I'm feeling good right now, so I am recording some videos, and I think, unless you guys get like way too mad at me, but I think for the rest of the summer, at least like July and August, I'm only going to be posting on Tuesdays. I just kind of feel like that's what I have to do for the next few months, just post once a week instead of twice. There still might be weeks where I post on Fridays as well, but I'm just not sure. I think that I'm really going to stick to Travel Tuesdays for the rest of the summer. They will be almost all travel related. I already know what my next few are going to be. And yeah, so unless you guys are like super opposed to that, that's what I'm gonna do for July and August. So let me know in the comments if you like really hate that idea, and I'll see if I can post more. But I just kind of feel like I would just feel a little better posting once a week for the rest of the summer. And I don't need to like give excuses. That's just kind of what I'm thinking of doing. So let me know in the comments if you like hate that idea or if you're okay with that, and we can just talk about it. The next question is from Jason, and he asked, how old are you? I'm 29, but I'll be 30 in like a month. Well, August 4th. August 4th is my birthday. I'll be 30. I don't even know how to handle that. Like, I just don't know. Like, I know it's not like a big deal. Like, I get that. Like, I know that I don't look 30. I know I don't act 30. I understand that. But it's just weird. Like, a whole nother decade now. It's just weird. So, 30. Soon. I have like a month. 5 weeks? 30. Okay, the last question that I'm going to answer, because it is hot in here and I don't have a setup yet where I can record inside, is from Keisha. Is that how you say your name? I think so. She said, do you watch other YouTubers? If so, which ones? I know that I've answered this before, but I'm going to answer again. I love watching beauty gurus. I love watching them. I really like Kathleen Lights, Tati, and Rach Loves. They're my favorites. I have a bunch more that I like Jaclyn Hill, obviously. And I also really like Grace Helbig and Hannah Hart. They're actually like the first YouTubers that I really watched like a few years ago, like a while ago. And yeah, I mean, mostly those guys, but a few other beauty people and a few other like comedy people, but those are the genres that I watch. Okay, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments other questions you have for me to do Q&A in another month or so. And subscribe if you're not. I put out videos every Tuesday, like I said, maybe some Fridays for the rest of the summer. I don't know. Let's talk about that in the comments, okay? And that is it. I love you, Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. This is my favorite ice cream ever, by the way. So delicious, cashew milk, salted caramel cluster. It's the best ice cream I've ever had.